Hey everyone. AI is something you see brought up a lot, no matter what kind of field it's in, with new tools being made and improved every day. So it's only natural people would start using that to make deepfakes of deviant things. A couple of years back, you definitely couldn't make them on the same level as today, but now it's gotten to the point that it's not just old people who believe that are real. For the most part, it wouldn't be that bad, because there have been some funny pictures I've seen made by AI, so it does have its ups. But when it's used to make images of people, especially famous ones, doing questionable things, then that's when it starts to become really bad. And apparently one person who was affected by this was Taylor Swift, where people were spreading around these kind of AI images. So even though they were clearly fake, it was just enough for Twitter to take it and be obsessed with it. But this little tiny incident here made me realize how in the future, it could definitely blow out to be a bigger issue.
Yo guys, before the video starts, I wanted to give a shout out to my longtime friends over at Adam and Eve. It might be a new year, but I got the same love for them, and we're
I barely know who they are, but I'm pretty sure they did some sneaky stuff.
Item of your choice, plus
Not like some slandering stuff, just they sell weird stuff, I mean.
So as I'm sure most of you know by now, the Kansas City Chiefs are heading back to the Super Bowl after the Ravens decide to handicap themselves and not let Lamar Jackson run the football. I swear he's a pocket passer. This man was desperate.
I love American football. I watch every day.
Allegations. And while there has been some drama for the Chiefs on the field the last couple of weeks, once again the headlines surrounding this team are about something that happened off the field.
God.
This time in
Is that some player from high school? He looks so young, but he looks massive.
Kelsey has been a polarizing topic of discussion for the last year. And during the game last week, some AI images began to circulate the web, where Taylor was seen covered in red paint from head to toe, surrounded by Chiefs fans doing some very explicit things. Like I'm talking about the degeneracy rivals that of an Adam 22. And so that led to this greater conversation about the dangers of having this open AI software be so accessible to.
I wanna look up what tweet or picture he's talking about, but of course I'm not gonna show it in the video. But it sounds so bizarre from the way he described it.
Across social media on Thursday. Whether or not legal action will be taken is being decided, but there is one thing that is clear. These
also just nude images
are abusive, offensive, exploitative, and done without Taylor's consent and or knowledge. And obviously, guys, when it comes to celebrities, deepfakes have been around forever. As for years, people have been photoshopping their favorite actresses, favorite singers, and really any other famous person you can imagine to be nude. So I guess what I'm
including
saying,
the video. Okay, that's the one person I would gladly spend all of my money to see porn of, fake porn.
AI in the current day, and how pretty much anyone at this point can take just a regular photo of someone and essentially turn it into an adult image. This is what I'm talking about right here.
I like how he's using pictures of like people who are wearing hoodies being like hackers, but I know for a fact most of the people that would waste their time making these kind of like AI images would be just like fat guys just locked up in their apartments, just typing a bunch of for like some AI engine to make images for they can post on Twitter.
He has also been made illegal in Texas, Minnesota, New York, Hawaii, and Georgia, though it hasn't been successful in stopping the circulation of AI-generated nude images at high schools in New Jersey and Florida, where explicit deepfake images of female students were circulated by male classmates. And to me,
you have to use some insults when you do that in high school.
Seeing pictures of people's sisters.
That's really messed up, yeah, because I know though there are a lot of kids that do like depraved in high school, but you go that far in using AI.
Topic of today's video. Actually, I guess it's kind of my main point of emphasis here. I wanted to talk about this man right here on the screen. On Twitter, he goes by the name ZV Bear. He had garnered a following over there for basically being a serious milkman, which if you don't know means he's just addicted to white women, especially ones with large breasts. Like, let's say your mama randomly posted a picture of herself, she had some big old titties. Well, this guy might post her up saying some nasty shit. And so with him...
Of course that would do popular on Twitter. Well, I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before, and all I saw of his was some retweet, or like him commenting on a crackhead being like, you would sell your daughter for an 8-ball. People got angry at him for posting pictures of that guy's daughter, so I want to know what else he did now.
He tried to make one last delivery, and he was one of the people to repost these images for millions of people to see. And so with him being one of the biggest and, I guess, most public accounts to post these images, the Swifties have now been wreaking havoc on this man's life. So here he says, my Taylor post went viral and now everyone is posting it. I love Taylor Swift. I've been a Swiftie. I've caused a milk reaction, but at what cost? And looks like the cost is...
What reaction picture is that of Oppenheimer? That's so ugly.
Information today because I'm not interested in doxing someone. But within minutes of this story coming out, the Swifties found out this man's full name, where he went to school, and exactly where he lives. They also managed...
I'm not surprised. I've seen Swifter fans be that savage.
How many people were interested in finding out who this man truly was?
God.
Just look at this Google Trends graph when it comes to his username over the last 90 days, and it's not looking good for our guy ZV Bear. And it appears to have sent him into a bit of an internet hiding. The Swifties really got this man down bad, and so he had to go private. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Anyone who created their Twitter account only around 4 years ago, who has 166,000 posts, really needs to go the side. Like, this amount of Twitter activity should be straight up illegal. And I'm telling you,
that is true. This might just be like an actual good advantage for him, like some gift from God telling him to just get off Twitter. If he took pride at posting like some fake AI porn that he made like a response to, like I've gotten so much success from this tweet, but at what cost? Then maybe he should like stay off Twitter for like a few days before he spends like the next year rotting his brain at it. I guess the closest person I could like link him to is like some, I don't know what's called, but there are accounts on Twitter that just like post the same stuff over and over and over as other people, and usually have like the same response but like a different variation, but it's still the same as score. And that's purely to get like some few likes for people that have seen that tweet the first time, but they don't realize that the joke has been overdone like at least 100 times. And plus, that many tweets in 4 years, that's just insane to me. You might have like some bots that just repost same stuff over and over, or have response or have replies in some other tweets, but still, like, that's insane to me. Even if they are just bots, that means I have to like spend money to have them active all the time, and that's just miserable.
A lesson to you that people on the internet are absolutely relentless, especially when it comes to these Taylor Swift fans. I mean, we saw the way they went for Meat Canyon a couple months back when he just made a little parody video just poking fun at Taylor's relationship and her fans. And needless to say, they really didn't like that.
I love when that cartoon, he made all the fans look like the exact same woman. That's pretty funny.
Leads, like if she's working for the FBI. And to me, it's just one of those things where everyone should kind of learn their lesson that acting like a clown online is never worth losing your personal freedom. Especially on Twitter, where he was likely getting paid literally peanuts. I mean, this guy's whole identity was essentially...
You know what, I think the name Milkman really fits him, because he really has the tiny mouth of a baby that would be perfect for like sucking on nipples.
Videos of big-tittied white women and promoting their OF page, which is like 90% of the content you see on Twitter these days. That's why the company isn't worth shit. It basically has no moderation.
Because I think deepfake technology is still so relatively new that a lot of folks may not be familiar with it. How is it that AI can take these images and produce them this way?
Yeah, Boris, it's actually horrifying. I get PTSD because I remember covering, when I was at CNN, non-consensual pornography, this horrific problem and harassment against women. And now this is that, but on steroids. You don't even have to take a sexually explicit image for someone to do this to you. We now have AI and AI image generators that essentially mimic our most human qualities. They can imitate our voice, they can imitate our words, they can imitate our bodies. And the bottom line is it's becoming increasingly, the perception of truth is just, it's there. So you might see something and it might be, quote, fake, but it really looks real. And that's where things have gotten incredibly problematic, especially because we don't have the right guardrails now to protect folks.
And let's be honest, guys, while a lot of AI out there will have some net positive effects on our society, for the most part, a lot of this shit is very dystopian. Like, outside of this situation, I've seen so many videos, especially like advertisements for drop-shipped products, that use the likeness of a celebrity like Joe Rogan or Mr. Beast, and they essentially create a deep fake acting like they are vouching for their product.
That's not Jimmy.
You're one of the 10,000 lucky people who'll get an iPhone 15 Pro for just $2. I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm doing the world's largest iPhone 15 giveaway.
If you were, let's say, unemployed guy somewhere from Canada, what would you do?
I would use the app that Mr. Beast created.
Beast Casino?
Yeah, this guy...
That sucks. That's the worst way you can make an ad from AI. Mr. Beast Casino? I love those ads, because in his defense, he is right. Like, I can imagine being a kid because all the kids love watching Joe Rogan. I can imagine being a kid and seeing that and being like convinced for like a few seconds. But if you're like a grown-ass man and you have like actual money that you could lose, you would see that and be like, there's something off that makes me feel uneasy. Which by that point you'd be like, oh, it's just AI. It's just a scam. Also, I wouldn't even trust that name by the name of the account, China Maria Official with just one F. That's really like suspicious. And even now, this ad is on Instagram. If it was on Twitter, there would be people like actually making community notes saying like it's fake, like they can actually prove it, and that would immediately make people like turn away and realize like, yeah, it's a scam. However, with that said, I can imagine in a few years this being like a little bit more refined and like fine-tuned a little bit better, so it doesn't feel like so fake and forced in the first few seconds. I really think the only gap that makes this feel uncanny is just like the manner that they speak. It feels like offbeat kind of, and that makes you automatically off-put by it, which is the first time as an AI. So if they can bridge that tiny gap, then it would be scary seeing how realistic they can make it.
People around the world have made a lot of money, bought supercars and houses just by playing Beast Casino.
And it just gets very dangerous to me when...
Okay, at the same time, that clip, they didn't even try to like animate the mouth. It's just like, it was speaking to a different clip.
Like something about that is very dangerous.
The number one thing we really do need to worry about is the future of AI and consent, and the fact that this is happening and it is rampant. And yes, it's happened to Taylor Swift, which is horrifying, but it's actually happening behind the scenes at high schools around the country with young victims being harassed.
So yes, I do think that laws will eventually come. And if this guy ZV Bear gets caught up in some sort of federal trial, some sort of precedent-setting trial, that would just be insane. Like you around and tried to troll on Twitter and it ruined your life. And this guy is still somehow out here trying to play the Twitter villain where he says, I don't care how powerful Swifties are, they'll never find me. I'm like the Joker. I use fake numbers and addresses for everything I do. As long as my
you even use fake uni so they don't know which one you go to. Good idea, man.
This guy would refer to himself is simply not worth it. And I do want to be clear, guys, that even in this situation, I obviously don't think that anyone should ever really be doxxed. But am I surprised that this happened? No, this guy has constantly been flying in way too close to the sun, and he finally got burned. And this whole situation had me very reminiscent of this story that came out last year, where this guy Atrioc went on stream with his girlfriend in the background, crying after it was exposed by himself.
That's pretty funny, to be honest.
That he was spanking his meat to some Pokemon deepfakes.
It's 100% true. I looked at a deepfake video.
He's taking really serious. Like, he has the same kind of mannerisms that some politician when he gets caught, like siphoning funds, like very emotional.
Pattern of behavior where I really want, especially women on Twitch, to feel safer. Like I've never made like a weird, I don't know, seat sniffing joke. I've never done anything like that. I've never done anything like that on the stream.
So yeah, basically he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and this one does go a little bit deeper.
Wait, how did he get caught? Was he actually jacking off on stream to deepfakes? Because then, yeah, that is your own fault.
Were of women that he would consider colleagues and actually probably consider friends, which obviously makes him look much more pathetic and perverted. And obviously with Elon now owning Twitter, he was under fire for this whole situation as well. And in response, he's going to be hiring 100 content moderators, which has been something that's like long overdue when it comes to Twitter. It's an absolute shit show over there. And for the past couple of months, you see Korn...
Even that feels like a small army, you can picture like the mass zombie invasion of AI.
Being promoted for Twitter engagement under anything that's viral. It's either that or you see all these accounts just straight up promoting girls' OF pages and other explicit things. Just getting insane engagement on there. Like, it's very clear there was no moderation, and it's funny to me he's hiring 100 people, when previously the dumbass fired all the moderators and thought he was so big and bad. Like, there's gonna be a Twitter renaissance, guys! Free speech, free speech! Yeah. Just don't share that image.
That's my guy, Elon Musk.
So I do think it'll be interesting to see if this whole Taylor Swift situation kind of sets a deeper precedent when it comes to legislation involving AI. Do you guys know anyone who has fallen victim to the deepfake? I want to know down below in the comments. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. As you guys know, it's been your boy Lieutenant Superman, and some other buffoonery out here needs to be covered. So I'm out. Peace!
God, dang. that is scary. The idea of him, like the fact that in his mind hiring like 100 people to moderate Twitter is like a new brave idea. That is scary because he probably doesn't see it as like that big of an issue. But I definitely feel like in a few years, especially with AI and OnlyFans, like OnlyFans bots, I mean, it's gonna turn into a porn website. Well, no matter how hard you try to go on your For You page and find actual good tweets, it's gonna be like just full of porn. Because no matter how hard you try to promote your site as like a safe haven for free speech, they're always gonna use it for porn. Because not only can they make money from that, but people just won't care at all to do anything else on it. I mean, even right now, like that is pretty rampant on Twitter. Like I remember trying to look something up on the search tab, and it was a very plain word, and it was just like the word uncomfortable because I wanted to find an account, and the first thing that popped up was just porn videos when you go to like the video tab right there. So the fact like that kind of like very plain, like informal word like that immediately shows porn when you first look it up on Twitter, then I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when people try to make like their own fake porn actresses on AI and try to make money out of it, because they definitely will. Whatever people can make money from in a simple way, they will take advantage of it. Plus, combined with like how you can use bots to always like add replies on Twitter, because I've seen a lot of people like on every big tweet you go on, if you go in like the reply section, so if you scroll down for like just 2 seconds, you would just find immediately like some OnlyFans account making like some generic ChatGPT reply, and that's purely to have people like click on an account and maybe like subscribe to your OnlyFans. It doesn't even matter like how safe for work the account is or the tweet is, there will always be leeches trying to like make a reply to get like a few amount of views. So I guess when this new revolution of AI porn gets big, I think Twitter will definitely become like the birthplace of it, with people just sharing it around. Because on Pornhub, people are gonna mainly want to jack off to actual videos, but on Twitter, there will be like some sick degenerates that will actually find it fascinating, will actually want to see it. But I definitely believe that Elon Musk is going to be proud of that Twitter became like the founding place of just AI porn. Like he will definitely try to promote that as a good thing of Twitter. I can already imagine it, God.